Today, I will tell about Anies Baswedan's message for new college students. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Best wishes for all new college students. I congratulate you. You are starting a new chapter as a student. You are called Maha for your students. You have a far greater responsibility than other young people. In Indonesia, there are millions of children entering elementary school, but only hundreds of thousands are able to go to college today. And that means you are different from the others. You are a group of young people who have the opportunity to develop themselves, to advise for the future, not for yourself but for the progress of the republic, for the progress of the nation. Because of that, I want to give a note. You are going to college, please don't just study in the classroom. You can study inside and outside the class. This too, if you are called an activist, then don't just be an activist outside the classroom, but also in the classroom. On the other hand, for friends who want to learn and study in the classroom only, you will enter the group of losers, because at the end of your studies you only come out carrying a piece of paper with transcripts or a piece of diploma paper. The future can be made or built with only the piece of paper. You must become a new human being, more than just a researcher, teacher, more than just a teacher, but you must be a leader in Indonesia. Young people whose words steps can make a difference, and that means learning from now. I often analogize life after college. It's like swimming in the ocean. You you have the choice to swim when you get to the sea, or want to learn to swim in the pool. If in the pool, the depth, pressure, temperature, and currents are measured. There you learn to swim, or you jump right into the sea and learn to swim. The risk of the risk is rather great to learn to swim in the ocean. If you learn to swim in a swimming pool, the risk is much more controlled. Therefore, learn to swim, learn to lead, learn to be a part of community when in college. And you can see later that those who contribute a lot, those who can influence, those who can drive progress are people who in their youth spend not only time in the classroom, but also outside in the classroom, because it was an activist. Be a child active. I often say a high GPA will lead you to interview calls, but leadership, communication skills, analytical thinking will deliver you to the future. If in the past you went to junior high school, you need high grades. In junior high school, you need high grades to enter senior high school. And now in college you also need to have high grades from senior high school. After graduating from college, you need more than grades. Value is important, but more than that, but it should not be interpreted as having a low GPA. If your GPA is low, you will not be called for an interview, so your GPA should not be low. Your GPA must be high. What is the minimum GPA? Some mention 3, 3.5, 3.25, and even several times mention 4. Yes, try 4 as motivation. But let's see in practice. What is your GPA target? I suggest, because you are just in college, try to check what the minimum GPA requirement enrolling for Magister Scholarship. Then use it as a target that my minimum GPA must be. Today no one will ask. For example, I was asked how was the GPA. Later you also like it. Your GPA during college will be as during graduation. Those who learn fast, their GPA is higher, their smile will be wider than those who don't. But on the way forward, more than that is needed. I don't want to underestimate college lessons. No, lecturers is very important, but I want you to have a double track, an academic track and a leadership track. Both both must both must be balanced. What emphasizes academic is everyone. On campus, Everyone talks about academics, but I see the importance of leadership track. So build it while you have the opportunity to do it. Then you make it as a deal. You write down how long you will be in college. After that, you will do what you will do during the lectures. Don't be student who only knows the house, boarding house, and campus, especially just the classroom. Don't do it. Then you will be part of the world. Today's students will live like I am now, who was a student 20 years ago. You will experience an era of 20 years old, of 20 years to come. Imagine Indonesia 20 years from now. Don't imagine Indonesia now. What is the portrait like? What is your role? How is the condition? Today you are an Indonesian citizen, and you are a global citizen, and you are part of the world. And an intelligent language. I underline international language are not foreign language, because foreign language are used by foreign citizens, but international languages are the languages used for conversation between nations, such as national language, the language used for conversations between ethnic groups. Master it so that you can become part of the world, communicate with the world, absorb information, and spread information. Then the third one is mastering the state of the art of knowledge. The most important science you cannot learn only with the past science. Masters the latest and the ability to learn is key. Not the ability to master a field, but the ability to learn in any field. Because when you graduate, not necessarily you will explore or do what is your focus while in college, but your ability to learn will make you a continuous learner. If you want to learn, then you will have the opportunity to develop yourself and increase contributions. All of you new students, you are entering a completely new phase. So plan well, record your goals, record your desires, then look at the next 4 years, 3.5 years, or 5 years in the future as a period of self-development, not just a period of college self-development. After that is the time you start to contribute. Prepare yourself well. Do this time with the most optimal. Let you look at your college years and say, fortunately, I am not only in the classroom studying, I am actively developing myself. And that later will make your way forward much wider, far more challenging, and you will find new proud note of success. Thank you, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.